the 80-20 insight behind how ShyBuzz works. "80% of communication often produces almost zero results. The real leverage usually comes from a small portion of insight." This idea traces back to the work of Vilfredo Pareto, known as the Pareto Principle or the 80-20 rule. The observation is simple: 80% of results often come from 20% of causes. The real advantage is identifying which 20% actually matters. Over the last 15 years at ShyBuzz, our team has focused on exactly that. When we begin working with a business, we don't start by analyzing everything. We start with a different question. What is the vital 20%? The business, the capability, the product advantage, the story that carries the majority of its value. To identify that, our research process follows what we call the Shy way. Of course, the Shy way. The Shy way is about distilling signal from noise until only the insight that matters remains. Once that clarity appears, everything else becomes easier to build. To turn the clarity into communication, a creative process follows a framework called the idea loop, a simple evolution of an idea through 5 stages. First, think, identifying the core problem and the central insight. Then, illustrate, translating the insight to visual or narrative form. Next, feedback, testing whether the message actually communicates clearly. Then, improvement, refining the idea until it becomes sharper and more compelling. And finally, bring the idea into high-quality execution. This loop ensures complexity is refined before it reaches the audience. It also shapes how we structure projects. We invest about 20% of the effort in preparation, research, guidelines, and frameworks. That preparation allows the remaining 80% of execution to move faster and more effectively. Because the 80-20 rule is not about doing less work, it's about focusing on the work that actually moves the needle. That thinking shapes the storytelling in ShyVlogs and for the communication systems developed by the team at ShyBuzz for its clients, partners, and associates. Because we believe the real power of strategy is not doing everything, it's knowing exactly where to focus. If you'd like to explore how this thinking could apply to your business, the team at ShyBuzz would be glad to continue the conversation. Thank you for watching ShyVlogs. All the best to all the good coming your way.